video is jam-packed full of Dollar Tree Christmas DIYs that I know you're going to love. These are not only budget-friendly, but super simple to put together to help you get a jump start on the upcoming holiday season. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, and let's jump on into it. I have been dying for Dollar Tree to put out a sphere-shaped mold. I just feel like there's so many things you can do with this, and these actually work really well. So for this one, I wanted to melt down some Christmas colored candles. So I picked red and green, and they just have a plug on the top that you can open up, and it leaves a hole that you can fill these up with. These are actually for ice cubes, but I filled them up with some melted wax. Now I stick these on the stove in an old pot and melt them down on medium heat, but some people even melt these down inside their oven, so definitely look up the safest options for melting down candles for whatever oven that you have. But I filled up these with the wax. Now I will say they do tend to concave a little bit, like there's space at the top, so I did melt down a little bit more, fill them up a little bit more, but I didn't mind the hole. I feel like kind of made it easier to get out. So then to get these out, I did have to run them under some warm water and just push. I know it's hard plastic, it's not like a silicone mold, but still if you push on the opposite side, it still helps to push it out. But I got these out, I wrapped them in a little bit of ribbon, and these are going to make the cutest little like ornament wax melts. You could put these in a bag and actually gift these to a friend. I feel like they're a perfect gift idea, but just for myself, I just put these in a melter. These look so pretty. These Dollar Tree candles are unscented, so you also can mix in essential oils and really make these smell great. Who else remembers the day when we used to use pie pans and marbles to make our own DIY Lazy Susan, keeping it cheap at the Dollar Tree? But now, for just $5, you can pick up these really nice acrylic Lazy Susans or turn trays or turntables. These are really, really good quality, seem to work really great. Once again, using my heat gun to pull off that label because I don't want any left residue because it'll be on there probably for 10 years. But I decided to make this into a little crafty container. So I went to my Cricut, found this cute little crafty image and cut it out with the Cricut and just applied it on there. Put some paintbrushes in there as well as buttons and little crafty supplies. But I also want to share with you all another fun way to use it that I think is my favorite. I thought it would be really fun to make a wrapping station, so I'm always losing my scissors and tapes. I thought it would be really fun to kind of put this in a caddy where it's all housed together. I'm not going to be losing anything, but I wanted to dress it up and make it look like Christmas. So I have my own designated little Christmas wrapping bag. I found it on Amazon, and it's the neatest thing. It holds all of my wrapping paper and stuff, so I think this will go perfect with that. I love to go get that out, set it up on its own table, so as I purchase presents, I go ahead and wrap them. I just enjoy wrapping so much, so I thought this would be a really fun addition just to set with that, and then everything is right on hand and ready to go, and I'm not going to lose anything. While we are getting a head start on fun holiday projects, I've also been getting a head start in the kitchen thanks to HelloFresh. HelloFresh is the delivery service that I use, and you should too. I gave HelloFresh a second chance, and I'm so glad I did. I used to pass on a lot of the HelloFresh recipes, even though they look delicious, because I knew my kids were going to take one look at it and see that it wasn't mac and cheese, and they weren't going to touch it. But now they've got meals everyone is excited to eat. It's a great way to sneak in more veggies and avoid so much fast food. The size of their menu has doubled. HelloFresh now offers bigger portions than ever at no extra charge, and even offers meals that can be made in as little as 3 minutes. So if you want to save time, cut down on grocery runs, stress, food waste, don't wait any longer. Maybe you've even tried a delivery service before and you weren't fully satisfied. Give a second chance to the new HelloFresh by using my code KBKFM at HelloFresh.com for 10 free meals plus free breakfast for life. 1 free meal per box with active subscription. Free meals applied at discount on first box, new or returning subscribers only, varies by plan. Sign up today, click the link below, or use my code KBKFM at HelloFresh.com. A huge thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back on into crafting. Okay, so going through the Dollar Tree, I found these ceramic vases. Now, I have used ceramic vases a lot from the Dollar Tree, but these really caught my eye. They looked new to me. I hadn't seen this exact style before, so I had a fun idea to actually stack one up to make it a little bit taller. Alongside the smaller one, I like to make things in group settings where there's different height variations. So I wanted to just spice them up a little bit. So I am taking some of this like taupe colored paint, painting the rims, and then I'm going to glue one on top of that short one. Although I shop Dollar Tree a lot, you can't beat checking out Walmart with all of their mini ornaments. I love because they can like double as little tags like this, ready to go. They have the hanger right on the top. I just put these around the top of these vases and then pop in some of my favorite florals. I went with the holly and the poinsettias and the red berries. I feel like they looked gorgeous together. They were all a similar shade of red, but I feel like it was too many of some of them, so I just cut some of the stems off and did different ones in both things, but I think they look really cute setting together. There's a variety of greenery in there, which I think always makes it look a little bit better, but I think these are so cute and so easily done for just a few bucks. We are going to be creating our own DIY cocoa bar. This turns out so cute. People go crazy over these and try to charge a lot for what little that they are. It's just a decorative box. You can find a wooden box like this at a thrift store. My grandma actually just gave me this, so I knew I could put it to good use. It was in a little bit rough shape. I just give it a couple coats of red paint. This is just red chalk paint. Let that completely dry, and if you can't find one, you definitely can just take the little Dollar Tree planks and glue them together. I've made several boxes that way, but this just turned out really easy to do and something that I had on hand. I love this vinyl decal. It just says hot cocoa bar, warm up here, has the little snowflakes on the edges. So I think even if you wanted to paint it blue, this is something that you could set out like all winter long, even past the first of the year, to really get your use out of it. I used some dollar store jars just to set inside of here. I made sure that they fit by measuring first and then filled these up with some of my favorite treats that we like to add to cocoa. Now you could just put your cocoa mix in here, but I have small kids who love to make their own cocoa, so I just go ahead and put the pre-measured pouches in there. I don't mind the labels or anything, and then screwed on the little golden lids. I also put marshmallows in one, but this turned out really cute. I decided to dress it up a little bit more with some ribbon, but loved how this one turned out. I think I totaled it up and I have a total of like $6, less than $6 in this project, if I'm not including like the snowflake stickers, but it didn't cost much at all to just throw this together. But I feel like it's something that we're going to get a lot of use out of, and it's really going to dress up my space. I love how the ribbons were kind of like every other one, and like the red ribbon was on the white jars and the like burlap plain was on the red jars that had red things in it. And then I stuck these little snowflakes right on top, stuck these on a shelf in the kitchen, and I think it is absolutely adorable, and we are definitely going to be putting this to good use. I'm using some crimson red paint. I go ahead and paint the inside of the mug so it's not going to scratch off. Let this completely dry, and then I pop in one of those cupcake shaped styrofoam pieces that they sell at the Dollar Tree. These fit perfectly. You don't even have to cut them at all. And then mixing some lightweight spackling. Sometimes you just have to add a little bit of water. Sometimes it comes out of the container perfect. You just want like an icing consistency. I put it inside of a Wilton icing bag, but Dollar Tree sells icing bags, as well as a star tip. It doesn't really matter which one that you use. I don't even use any of the fancy things that hold the tip in place. Just slide it into the bag and then pipe it on like a normal cupcake. Doesn't have to be perfect. You can see that I sprinkled glitter all over the top and it hides all of the imperfections. This is the real trick here, is to grab some of these curly, swirly little ornament hooks, and they pop perfectly down into the styrofoam ball. It's going to hold them in place. I dressed this up a little bit with some wooden stars because I thought it was cute, but this is going to be a perfect picture holder. You could pop a Christmas card on here, but a really fun way to display really anything that you want that would fit inside of there. I did want this to look like a little Santa belt wrapped around the edges, so I just went to my Cricut vinyl, but Dollar Tree also sells vinyl. I cut out a strip of black so that would be the belt, and then just a little square for the buckle. I did cut out the middle. I folded it in half and cut out the middle so it did look like the buckle. This was the perfect colors, but I think it was too cute. You also could paint this on or just skip it completely. Added some of my favorite little photo memories when the girls were young, popped them on there, but how cute is this to display some of your favorite Christmas moments? As many mugs that I have made over on my channel, I don't think that I've added any glitter inside before I did anything else. So this turned out really fun. I just put a lot of Mod Podge, sprinkled glitter, let that completely dry, and then this is the star of the show. Let me know if you've seen these at your Dollar Tree. I feel like they would go really fast because I know all of the shaped candles are really trendy right now, like the Christmas trees, but I have not seen these until I was just randomly walking past a shelf at the Dollar Tree and saw them, so I knew I had to get them. But these hunter green Nutcracker candles, I thought they were stunning. I wanted to match the candle with these nutcrackers to make it look like a solid piece. I did melt 4 of the green candles and I did kind of overfill them. If I had this to do over, I would have poured them half full, put the nutcracker down in there, let it completely set up hard, and then filled the rest up. That way it hit all the imperfections and the nutcracker would stand up a little bit better. He did tend to get a little melty and want to fall forward or backwards, so I did have to hold it up or prop it up with some popsicle sticks. Added some glitter on top, but in the end, I think these were gorgeous and one of my favorite projects in this video. I'm starting with these large silicone molds. I thought these were really cool. I'm saving the flower one for more of like a springtime craft, but they do have the hearts and circles that would be perfect for this Christmas. So I'm just going to use the circle ones for a fun ornament project. So all I am doing is taking some epoxy. I love the Mod Podge brand that I pick up at Walmart, pouring that, mixing it up like the directions say, and pouring that into the molds. I use my heat gun to get rid of a lot of the bubbles and make it less cloudy. And then I'm sprinkling some glitter on the back, and this is going to show through the front because it mostly sets up clear unless it like tends to get a little bit cloudy or something, but you can see through here. And these molds actually leave this little rim around the edges where you can set things down inside of it. If you wanted to, you could pour more epoxy into that little rim after you got it filled up to make these a solid piece. I'm just going to leave these as is because I think they were really cute, and I printed my photo out on a piece of just printer paper, so I would worry it wouldn't hold up as well as a real like ordered photo that you would get from Walmart or something. But for these, I go ahead and put my picture down in there. I thought it was so cute to use the little snowy pictures, add some snowflakes and just a piece of ribbon, and these are ready to hang up on the tree. Super cute. Another fun idea is that you could even attach these to like the front of your gift bags and make these like personalized. If you can't find the silicone molds, definitely don't let it hold you up because there are so many more options. Dollar Tree always has these large metal bottle caps, or I've been seeing them in one of my stores recently, and I pretty much did the same thing. I painted the inside white, put some sprinkles, and then put my photo, and these are actually ordered photos, so I wasn't scared to put the epoxy right on top. They held up really great. It didn't mess up any of the colors. I once again tried to pop all the bubbles with my heat gun, let these set up, and these are so gorgeous hanging on a Christmas tree. Thank you all so much for checking out today's video. Let me know in the comments down below which project was your favorite. Also, do not forget about HelloFresh and the incredible deal that they have going on right now. You don't want to miss it. All that information is down in the description box. Be sure to check that out. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy crafting. Bye.